It's so say we have a string. And what was your quote, Renee?
Mine was your anxiety is lying to you.
Like that. You all use the while loop, and you can. But let's do int name equal to quote. Um, it's better to do it this way, right? Instead of having quote dot length inside the if, because now length we get length once, otherwise we get length multiple times, right? Every time the we go through the iteration of a loop, then we get length. So this is a little bit different from what you did. If you want to write this down, go ahead and write this down. Um, so and then we get every character. So char ch equal to quote dot char at I. We want to initialize this variable that keeps track of the spaces outside of the loop. And that's it, right? So we have, but if we were printing out stuff, so if we say, here, if we print out some, right? If we print all of these out, right, then it really helps us keep track of all of these variables. Actually, let's come here. Right? Then we're keeping track of everything. And we know, so really think of the print statements as a debugging tool, right? Because it really helps you see what's going on inside your program at each step. So, and then outside of the loop, right? By doing this, now I'm tracking everything, right? I'm tracking every time a space occurs. I know, that is space turned out to be true, space count was incremented, and here's the space, right? So you really need to keep track of all of your variables, um, um, just to make sure your program is working correctly. Now that I know my program is working correctly, I can comment this out or leave it in, right? It doesn't matter. But we want to make this into a method. So that's the next step, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a method, right? Outside of the main method. Um, it can be a static method. Public stat. I want to return the number of spaces. So it can be find spaces in quote. Or get right. So that would be my method. And then I can move all of this within here. Right? And then this method needs to return its count. I just moved all of that logic inside a method. And now I have to call this method, which is just get spaces in quote. The quote to the method, right? This method returns and did you all get how I made it into a method and how I'm calling that method? Yes, no, maybe. Are you still working on it? Talk to me.
I'm still getting it down.
Okay. Are you done? Let me know if you're done and you got it. Because this is my expectation going forward. This was my expectation even for the local date problems um that stuff stops being in main and it becomes a method. The logic goes inside the method. Are you done? Would you give me a thumbs up if you're done?
I have syntax errors in mine.
You'll have to make it bigger. Sorry. Oh, what is the scope of CH and a space? And I.
The character,
What is the scope? So when I say what is the scope, which is the block within which it's valid?
I'm confused what you're asking.
So what is the scope of a variable? The scope of a variable is the portion of code within which it is known, right? Is CH known here?
No.
Why not? Because you see, you declared CH within this block. So
Hmm.
CH is only known within this block, but you're trying to print it out outside the block
So this needs
where
to
it's not known. It needs to be over here. It needs to be inside the for loop. And you need to have return statement. You need to return space count because it returns an integer. You haven't called the method. You need to call the method here. You need to declare a string quote equal to, and then call get spaces in quote method here. So string quote equal to whatever your quote is. No. String quote equal. To declare your quote and then pass the quote to the method. Is everybody else done? If you are, then please be working on the problem, which is the password validation. Problem number 4. And I expect that to happen within methods as well. So if you read problem number 4, it says write an application that prompts a user for a password that contains at least 2 uppercase letters, at least 3 lowercase letters, and at least 1 letter. Sorry, 1 digit. Continuously reprompt the user until a valid password is entered. I don't want you to do that. I just want you to get a password from a user, right? And to start with, you can even just have, string password equal to give a password, and then write the logic that will check if the password is valid. If the password is valid, this method returns a Boolean value. Okay, whether it's valid or invalid. So I just want you to write the logic for checking how many uppercase characters there are, how many lowercase characters there are, and how many digits there are, and then making that check if that password is valid. Okay, you can share your screens as you're working on that. Can you all share screens? And you could also do it the way I did, right? Start in the main method. Once you're comfortable moving it into a smaller method, you can do that. But I would like you to find your final submission must be everything should be within methods. But if you want to start with doing something in the main method and then you want to move to methods, that's fine. But eventually you should be comfortable with writing everything within methods. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go get my glasses. Tyler, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I took a screenshot of your notes and I'm just looking at it. And also, my computer's being really slow right now.
Okay. Do you have the method correctly written? Because I don't know. This looks like part of it.
Hold on.
Only thing you need to do is just copy what was in the main method into the method. It shouldn't be any, yeah, it's just you just copy all of this into the main into the get spaces in quote method, and that's it. And when you're calling the method, you pass the string.
Do you mind if I restart my computer?
Sorry, I am muted and I'm talking to you all. Renee, why do you keep using if? I'd like you all actually. I'm sorry, go ahead, Renee.
I don't know why either. I just did it.
Okay, please write pseudocode. All of you, please write pseudocode because I thought since we're really close to this, I thought the logic might be easy, but please write pseudocode to to talk about what you are doing, how you're validating the password. I don't want you to reprompt. I just want you to, given a password, is it valid or not? That's all I want you to do. Alan, I just put a link on chat. Um, that's a good introduction to JUnit. So if you want to look at that for your coding bat project, go ahead because it's also a good skill to have to know that unit testing framework.
Practicing test-driven development more than anything, and I'll cover test-driven development in a later video, but for this video right now, we're just going to be going over the basics, very, very basic of setting up a JUnit test for a class.
Alan, I'm going to mute your microphone. Yeah, sorry, Alan, that was JUnit using Eclipse. I know you're not using Eclipse, you're using VS Code, right? And I forgot about that. I don't know. I'm sure you could find something that does it with VS Code.
Yeah.
There's a semicolon there. Don't get comfortable with um just writing programs when you have syntax errors. Like make sure that you know why you're getting that error. It's okay to say, okay, I don't have this method right now, and so I'm getting this error, right? As long as you know why you're getting it. So be conscious of it. So similarly here, I know you're not done with that sentence, but Calista, why is that? Sorry, I keep muting myself and talking. Why is that called get type? You could call it get type, but it's just really weird. Like here, you've done is capital, right? Then call the next one is digit. Call that is lowercase or something like that, right? Yeah. Okay, all of you, are you keeping track of how many uppercase there are, how many lowercase there are, how many digit there are? That you're not. Why are you not doing that? Why are you not writing a pseudocode? There's a lowercase t there. See, here's the thing, Renee. You're not just checking if there are uppercase letters, right? What are you checking?
It needs 2 uppercase letters and 1 digit and 3 lowercase letters.
So what does that mean?
I have to keep track of how many uppercase letters and lowercase letters and if there's a number in there.
Yes. Tyler, do you have a return? Return statement at the end of the method. You don't. So return space count.
In this one, in this scope,
No,
or
no. But line 30.
oh, okay.
Okay, let's take a break. It's been an hour. So let's take a break, come back at 11:14. Take a break, clear your mind so that you can come back fresh and you can work on this. Okay? So don't be sitting at your computer. Do something that will refresh your mind when you come back. Okay, let's get started. Continue sharing your screen. Dine, are you keeping track of how many uppercase, how many lowercase, and how many digit?
That's what I'm working towards, trying to figure that out.
Okay. Oh, I was going to teach you how to debug and I forgot. Do you want to do that? Let's do that now. And then let's go from there. If you can stop sharing. Let me just show you how to use the debugger in Eclipse. Okay, so you use a debugger when you want to just you can keep track of your variables here, or you could if you wanted to inspect the values of your variables while the program is executing, then you use a debugger. Okay. Eclipse has a built-in debugger. It's this. Okay, so it's is it that? Oh, it's this. The one with the bug, right? Scary how fast my eyesight is getting bad at close. Anyway, so that's the debugger where you do a mouse over it says debug. So you need to do what you call breakpoints. Okay, so if you click on the, this portion just after your after the line numbers, right? Then this is called the breakpoint where you get that blue dot. So let's see. Right, so I'm keeping blue dots at certain places where I would like the program to stop and show me what the values of those variables are. Okay, so then if I run the debugger, I think I showed you this once before, but I'd like you to do this along with me. Okay, so please set these breakpoints, and if you were not able to do it, let me know. Set the breakpoints. Able to do it? Just give me a thumbs up if you're done with setting some breakpoints. Okay, good, cool stuff. Renee, Dine, Tyler, Alan, have you used debuggers?
Yeah.
Renee, are you okay?
Mine, I think mine looks a little different.
Okay, so it should say, that's a breakpoint. It should say line breakpoint. And you should be able to set it. You should also be able to take it off. Like if I click on it again, it will go away. But yeah, I just want you to go ahead and set a few breakpoints and then run the debugger. Okay, so this is your normal run. This is your debugger run. Okay. And as you see here, there's a Java perspective here on the very right side, right top. So Java browsing and there's a debug browsing. Okay, so what will happen is it will open it in that debug view. Okay, so I press debug, right? It's configured to open the debug perspective. So I'm going to switch to the debug perspective so that I'm able to see here, it shows me the variables, right? That's my quote, and that's the length, this variable. Length is 29. Right? So I can see the values of those variables. And then you have these buttons up here when you're in the debug perspective that says step into, step over, and step return. Okay. And a resume. Okay. So if I hit a resume, it'll go to the next breakpoint. Okay. So from this breakpoint, it goes to this breakpoint. Right. And I'm able to see that the space count is 0, I is 0, and the character is Y. So we're at the very first letter of the quote, right? If I hit resume again, right? We still haven't encountered a space, so it's not going to this breakpoint till we encounter a space. So it's just going to the next iteration of the loop. So I was 0, 1, 2, 3. We are at R, right? Your anxiety is lying to you. We're at R, right? So if you keep hitting resume, now it's a space, right? And so it has gone inside the if after the your, Y-O-U-R space, right? So space count is 0 because it still hasn't incremented it. The character is a space. A space is true, right? So basically you're able to keep track of your variables. So just by using these, to debug, you can see what the values of your variables are at any given time. Okay, so just what this does, the step into and step over, if you want to go inside a method, then you do the step into, like for example, say I set my breakpoint here, right? If I set my breakpoint here, then I want to step into this method, then I can use the step into or the step over if I don't want to go inside a method. Okay, but first I'd just like you to set some breakpoints and play with the resume and look at the variables. And let me know if you have issues and I can help you. And if you want to stop, just hit the red button to stop. Right? And then you have to switch back to your previous perspective, which is the Java browsing, which is on the very top right corner of my screen. So I switched back to my Java perspective. So I can stop sharing and you can share and show me how you're doing this. Renee, were you able to set breakpoints at all?
No, mine doesn't really, when I click it, it just
No,
pulls this.
you click here, in this area, that blue area.
Yeah.
What does it say when you do a mouse over? Yeah, now you have a breakpoint.
Okay. I just don't know how to get that window that had popped up right here for you.
You do the debug perspective. No, not there. You have to run it in the debug perspective. Why do you not have that? Yeah, that's okay, already running. Why do you not have a stop? I think mine's like a Rennie, can you just do a mouse over in this area? Just show me the different icons that are available there. Skip all breakpoints, resume, suspend. Do you have a stop? Terminate. Yeah, click that. Did it terminate? Yeah. Why does it keep saying already running? Yeah, do a resume.
Nothing's happening.
It should be one of those windows that shows, that shows the variables. So just keep looking at what it is and then
I'm gonna just restart the application. I'm gonna see if that
yeah.
helps.
I think I need some help too.
So yeah, you haven't set any breakpoints.
Yeah, I
So
was stuck on that.
click on this blue area, this area.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I saw you do
Double
that.
click, double click, double
Oh.
click. What is this mark? What does it say?
Line
Okay,
breakpoint.
that's a breakpoint. So do that in a few places.
That one looks kind of different from yours, doesn't it though?
I know. Yeah, mine's an older edition, older version of that's
Is it
fine.
because yours is the older version, maybe?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so set a few breakpoints.
okay.
Yeah, mine has the dot and yours has a line.
Yeah, I was confused on that.
Yeah,
All right.
I should update my version one of these days. There used to be no difference, and so I never changed it from what it was. Set a few more, Tyler. Don't remove your breakpoints. Set your breakpoints and then run it in the debug mode. Go to window.
Window?
No, I was talking to Renee.
Oh,
Renee,
Okay.
show view, breakpoints. Hold on,
Okay.
and then also do a show view. Let's see, what do you want? What do you want? called the variables breakpoints. So also you want the variables view. There you go. Yeah, Callista's getting dots. Huh. Callista, are you running your program? You have to run it in the debug mode. Okay, there you go.
I thought that's what I did, and then I just kept going
Oh, you did?
to
Okay,
check
you got it?
everything. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. I
To
thought you were
finish the
stuck. Sorry.
quote.
My bad.
Is it supposed
Dine-
to look something like this? For the true false?
Okay, so why are you doing the debug? It's not about the output you get. Okay. I mean, yes, this output is what you're expecting, but you debug to inspect your code as you're running it, right? You want to see what's going on as you're executing your code. So debug gives you like that insight. So as you are running it, what's going on? It's just another perspective. It's just another way of looking at, oh, where is it going wrong, right? If you want to find out where is it going wrong as I'm executing, like this is not happening as I want it to happen. Like Renee had passed the index instead of character, right, to the method. So then if you use the debugger, that's another perspective to say, oh, it looks like I'm passing 0, 1, 2, 3 instead of passing A, B, C, D, right? And so then you get that view of why it's not working. Is that good? Do you understand why you would use a debugger? Callista?
Yeah.
Okay. Dine, were you able to get it working?
I think so.
Okay. So as you're working this weekend, right, use the debugger. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of coding bad problems to be working on. So coding that string with one loop problems. Okay. So as you're working on that, use the debugger and get used to it because it's a really valuable tool. So that I'm going to be giving you, that for homework, string with a loop. Okay, so just play with it a little bit. See, you can inspect basically what does it do? It gives you the value of your variables as your program is executing. So you're able to just you're just able to get a snapshot in time of your program and see what's going wrong. Okay, now you can continue working on your password problem, but make sure you have so you have pseudocode. Give me 1 second. I put something on my stove and it's making a lot of noise. I'm just going to turn it off. Tyler, what are you doing? Have you started working on the password?
I'm just looking at my notes.
Okay.
Oh. Mm. Oh, okay. Oh, here, go get another underwear. Let's get another one. What? Dirty.
Very good, Callista. Keep going. You're on the right track.
Is this good pseudocode?
It is. But I don't, I'm not asking you to work on the reprompting now. Okay. I only want you to do, the, yeah. I mean, have that. You can have that. I'm not asking you to do that right now. Just say not required for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Control Z will restore. Once more. Yeah.
And also, could you check my for when I did the homework? I have it right here. I think I got it, but it just kept giving me a syntax error. Um, at least so I can understand that, and then I can probably understand this better.
Mhm.
Let me see. And then when I run it, let's see, gives me this, but it also does give me the amount of spaces there was.
Okay.
So that
That's
was
so,
good.
look at your string. You're printing CH, right? Check and tell me if it's telling you if it's taking this very first character into consideration. Oh, like see your output that you're printing and see if it's printing out that.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's not. So why do you think that's happening?
Hmm.
Also print counter, print out counter. You're not printing counter out, right? You're printing
Oh,
CH, you're not printing counter. So what do you think is happening?
was it because it's not including zero or not including like it's
It's
thinking
not
one is you?
one. So you see, you are starting with your incrementing counter as soon as you're coming into the loop, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
not taking into consideration the first character. It's so if you increment counter, once everything is done, like at the end of the loop, yeah, or there. That's good. After you get the character, then you're incrementing the counter, then you're good. But
Mm.
don't print counter here, print counter here. Because now you're printing counter as soon as it's incremented, right? If you move it here, then you'll know what counter is when you're coming in. So do you see what was happening? It was always looking, it was going from one until, so it was taking it was yeah, if you close the console. So say you have anytime you get a string index out of bounds exception, right? Say you have um just these as your string, right? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If you access 6, right? If you say name.char at 6, if this is your string, then this will give you're trying to access something outside the string, right? And so this will give you a string index out of bounds exception, right? It's saying you're trying to access something that's out of the bounds of the string. So anytime you get a string index out of bounds exception, you should check to see, what am I doing? Where am I accessing something that's outside of the string?
But not. Oh, I see. Oh, I thought I was had like a syntax error or something. So it's just like
It's a
a form of
runtime error.
logic.
Yeah, it's a logic error. Yes.
Okay. And then probably the same thing for my other one. Because I was having the same problem with the other one too.
Oh,
Let me see.
yeah. Yeah, you're doing count plus plus as soon as you come in.
Okay.
Okay, we have a lot to do next week. I wasn't able to do all that I wanted to do this week. We have 3 chapters to work on next week: arrays, inheritance, and exceptions. Okay, so I've given you exception handling reading for this weekend. You should have already read inheritance and arrays before earlier this week. I'm also going to give you for your coding bat assignment, I want you to work on string 2. Okay. So want you to work on at least 5 problems on string 2. So string 2 is, give it to you, date. String 2 is using a single loop like you've been working on, with the char at. So I hope that gives you more practice with writing loops. I'm going to make it due tomorrow night. Hopefully that'll give you more practice just writing a single loop and doing something with a string. You cannot forget writing loops or, all of those things, if and all of those things that we have worked on before. Okay. Don't forget don't forget those things. I also want you to read a chapter from Head First Java for not sure if I gave that as homework already. On inheritance. So I'm going to give you that as homework as well, reading assignment. So chapters 7 and 8 in Head First Java. Okay, so you have a couple of reading assignments, and I want you to finish this password problem. I think you all have like a good start on it. So finish stuff and submit it. Okay. Any questions? No. If you have any problems, if you need help, reach out. Okay, you can stop sharing. Renee and Alan, when can you do that workshop on GitHub? Next few weeks? Why don't the both?
Kind of showing how it works and everything, and how to get it to on your computer.
Yeah, so installation and then usage with a small project. So you're not just demonstrating, but you are leading, you're teaching,
Okay.
and helping everybody get started with GitHub. And hopefully you're continuing with it on a project that you are all work together on, so then you have some longevity with GitHub. So if you can do it, why don't the both of you talk and get back to me on a date, which date you can do that.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully, week of November 4th. That would be ideal. Okay,
Okay.
so either week of November 4th or latest week of November 11th.
Do you have time to stay today, Alan? Or
Yeah, I can say.
okay.
Okay, so the rest of you can leave. Have a good weekend. Do you guys want to use this Zoom call? I can make one of you host and leave.